Hello and welcome to the Tarkis Zone. Today I'm going to be doing a review here on this Tac Force knife. Bought it on September 11th. I received it by the 13th and I have had the opportunity to use this knife, and I'm going to explain that in just a sec. I'm just going to show you here on Amazon. Today you can get it for $9.99. It looks like if you want free shipping with this one, you will have to be an Amazon Prime member. I don't know what the shipping would be for this item outside of that, and again, applicable state taxes would apply. So let's get into this review. This is the knife itself. As you can see, I've got it on a key ring to give you some perspective on how large this knife is. There's a standard key, and then probably a half a key. So the base itself is a key and a half. So that means the blade's a key and a half. So 3 keys long would be the entire blade. And I'm going to put it in palm of my hand here in a second so that you can actually get other perspective on it. But I just wanted to give you a chance to see what the size of this thing is. I'm going to flip it over. Here's the belt clip, which is a great feature. You put it in your belt. As you can see, it's got this hole at the end where I've put it on my keychain. And flip the knife one more time. You can see the keychain that I've got it on is really, it's a quick unconnect, so I can take the knife itself off the key ring really easily. You will notice here and here, I have already started wearing the paint off. I'm not going to say that it's a bad knife, because of that happens to all knives when you use them. So that gives you some credence here that I've used this knife. You'll also see that if you look at the belt cutter, you can see I've used that too. And I used that actually to cut some branches, some twig branches that were on a tree. And I just put it at the top of the branch and pulled down, and it cut the branches off real quick. I think I did about 8 branches with this knife. And again, not supposed to be designed for that, but it worked fine for that purpose because I wanted to give it a good test. So I think it will eat through seat belts like easily. All right, see that it's got the Firefighter symbol on it. They've got the name. This has the I guess teeth. You would use this also if you needed to saw into something instead of fine cutting. The knife fine cuts just fine. I'm going to show you here. I did this off camera because I can't balance the camera and make these cuts with the knife at the same time. But you'll have to take my word for it. This is stock paper for making business cards. So it cut through just fine. So I have no concerns about the sharpness of this blade. And it seems it's made of stainless steel, so that it should keep the edge for quite a while. But for $9.99, I don't think you could really go wrong with this knife. It's one of 3 knives I own, this being the 3rd knife. I've had a few knives in the past that I have loved. Those are in various vehicles I own, so that if I roll up to something, I have a knife available to me. Now that I have this on my Mustang key ring, so every time I get in the Mustang, I know I have an emergency knife available to me. This knife has the I guess you'd call that the window smasher. That little end there, if you were to put some force on it to the corner of a window, you would bring that window down completely. And that's what that is for. It's to allow you to get to anyone that's injured in the vehicle quickly. Without if the door's buckled, you can't get the door open, the window has to come down, and you don't have the window clicker on your side. So what you do is you hit one corner of that window with a good amount of force, and that driver's side window will crumble down safely. It's designed to do that. then that's what this is for. And really, that's it's made of stainless steel here. I mean, that's going to work for you. I don't see that giving you any problems in that situation. Again, I've used the seatbelt cutter here, and again, you can see the paint that I've already worn off it. Again, I'm not going to deter you from buying this because you're going to wear the paint. That's like a badge of honor, pulling out a knife that has nicks on it and whatnot. As long as the blade is not damaged, the knife itself, the handle, I mean, like I said, that's a badge of honor right there. It means you've used the knife. It has the, so I get back to the review here, it has the locking mechanism here in the handle, so you just push it down. So I push it down, I can close the knife. See? I can do it with one hand. Boom, knife's closed. You'll notice that once the knife's closed, on this side you have this ring. I imagine this is designed so that you could put your key ring through there, and that if you did that, the knife would not open in your pocket, but I don't see that happening. See, see how that goes, well, let me get here. See how that goes away as I open the knife? But if you had a ring in there, the knife would open to there, and that's as far as that knife would open. And I think that's why that's there, because once that goes through, the knife's open. And the knife has some spring to it. I was actually just holding it. It's got some spring to it. And I imagine as you get this knife worn in, because it is really hard to open with one hand right now. Once you get this worn in, I think you'll be able to flip it right open. I'm hoping. And, you know, that's just, you know, that may be a good thing, a bad thing. I like to be able to flip it open with the thumb, with one hand. I just think the knife's too new for that, for right now. Well, that's it. I will show you on the screen one last time what it is I just reviewed. This is the Tac Force knife. As you can see, I bought it September 11th. Let you see that. Well, thank you for watching. This has been the Tarkis Zone.